This is the garden party, and we want a garden party with you. We talk about the plants we grow and some things you might not know. The garden party.
Welcome, everybody, to the garden party. We are back again, just like every Wednesday, with my co-hosts. Josh, what's going on, dude? How you doing?
I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to talk about fruit trees and learn from Sandra. So I'm super. I'm a big fruit tree person myself. I've got a few hundred planted on my property, and it looks nothing as good as yours. I'll be honest. So I'm really excited
Thank you, John.
about
Thank you.
about talking about it and learning what grows in your zone. So yeah, excited to be here.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I'm always excited when we get California people on because they grow stuff different in California. Like it grows. Like they have a way longer growing season than the rest of us. But
Yeah, definitely. Especially I'm in zone 10B, so we have like a longer growing season.
Absolutely, yes. Phil, introduce yourself, brother.
What up, everybody? It's your favorite plant parent, regular parent, juggling the two, and with my fig tree nursery and everything else I grow in the garden. But I'm stoked to be on my favorite activity of the week, the podcast, to catch up with everyone and nerd out. So always the bomb.
I'm excited. I saw your video of you getting like your last fig of the season almost. It was exciting.
Did you see that? It's just hanging on. It was green like last week and it's ripening. And just so people know, figs can photosynthesize with the unripened fig themselves, and it's just like hanging on. Now I have a few others that are still ripening on the other side, but that's my like Genovese Nero AF or my Italian 258, and it's just like hanging on. I'm like, you got this, buddy.
Well, speaking of fruit trees, I'm sure if I'm willing to bet, if she's in California, she's probably got a fig tree in her backyard. But we got our first time guest. We got SandraUrbanGarden. How are you doing, Sandra? I'll let you introduce yourself to everybody.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Sandra from SandraUrbanGarden, that most of you know me from Instagram. So first of all, I'm so honored to be here with all of you today, and it's also my first time live stream. I started Instagram in 2020 during the quarantine that most of us do, starting garden. I started small at first, growing some flowers, and then started to grow some vegetable. Start with a few container right at the corner of my backyard. But over the year, the garden keep expanding. So now half of my backyard, all the garden, I have north side and south side garden. And I have around, I would say about 20 raised bed right now.
Yes, that's you have a lot of raised beds. Is your whole backyard covered? Like pretty much like is there? It's pretty much all raised beds, right?
Yeah, I like to grow it on raised bed. I feel like we can control the soil, and as well as I don't have to deal with I don't have snail in my garden because of snail or slug. I don't have in the garden because of growing in the raised bed. But I do have like roly-poly and stuff. But yeah, I all my in the gardens, all raised bed. I have most of my raised bed are from Vigo.
Yes, yes. And you have some rolling beds as well. You have
I do have that too.
Yes. What part of California are you in?
I am in Southern California. It's a coastal area, and I would say about around a little over an hour from San Diego. So it's like way down south.
Wow. Yeah. That's like like dragon fruit country. Like that's like where all the
yeah. We I don't have frost date in my area. We probably have like the coldest that we can get. It's around maybe around mid-30, but just never have frost.
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
I think it's right about there and then warms back up. Love it.
Yes. Well, I mean, stuff like in areas like that, you can grow the dragon fruits without pretty much having to worry about it. The carambolas, the star fruits. I was at a couple of Vietnamese nurseries today and saw some some big star fruits, man, like star fruits the size of like a small football. They were huge.
Wow.
No way.
I love those. Dude, it was huge. It was really big. I mean, it was a star fruit that was at least 6 inches big, like 6 inches tall.
Did you get to taste it?
No, it's hard, like with certain fruits, and Sandra can probably elaborate on this because like certain fruits like star fruits and pomegranates, it's hard to know like when they're perfectly ripe. So, I mean, Sandra, you do a lot of pomegranates. When do you know a pomegranate is like perfectly ripe?
Basically, I usually based on the month, usually my pomegranate, because it's each pomegranate, even though growing in the same zone, sometimes the harvest time is different.
Right.
My harvest time is usually at the end of November, go to December, and sometimes I just leave it until at the end of December, which is the pomegranate is all like really ripe and it's really sweet and juicy. And sometimes I notice if they start cracking, and also the skin get like deep red, almost like really deep red burgundy and shiny, then it's when I know that the pomegranate is ready to harvest.
They get really heavy when they're ripe too.
Yes, it's all the juice and it's really heavy too. Yeah.
That's the only way I knew mine were ripe is because one of them split. And that's when I was like, oh, I better go harvesting a couple of these.
But sometimes the split thing is not even accurate. So like right now, my pomegranate is not, even though the color is red, but it's not ready. And some of them even like split, but it's still not ready. It's still you can see that the inside the seed is not really plump, and it tastes a little sour and tart.
Yeah. No, it's cool that you. Her whole fence line is like pomegranates. Like the whole fence
The thing is unbelievable. I'm like goals because I have 2 Selavatskis that I'm just like they're babies and they're just getting bigger. So like, the second year they've really kind of taken off, and I'm just like the squirrels love. I don't know if you guys obviously have squirrel problems. We've talked about that.
Yes, I do.
Until the cows come home, but like, yeah, like the pomegranates, like the flowers look great, and I want them to hold on because I see stuff like yours. I'm like, how do I get that in North Carolina? We'll find out. But
actually,
my neighbors just flowered so much this year, and they got like 2 pomegranates. Like the whole bush was covered in flowers. So
it takes time.
It just takes time, and I'm going to plant another one next to it just to make sure.
I think the flower drop is also have a lot of reason to it, and pomegranate actually has male and female flowers. Yeah, the male flowers usually you can see that the bowl it kind of like skinny, and the female flowers there's a little bowl just like almost like a tiny pomegranate. So usually that sometimes most of the pomegranate flowers that drop are all the male flowers, because male flowers just like other type of vegetable, it will be drop and eventually. And also the weather also has something to do with it, and as well as pollination. Pomegranate it's a self pollinate, and it pollinate either through wind or the bees. I never self pollinate because I have like a big tree, so usually it's like a tons of flowers that fall off, but it's also a lot of them make it into fruit as well. Yeah, that's the flowers. Yeah.
So it's like squash, like they'll have male and female flowers. So I never even thought about that before.
I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Sometimes some of the pomegranate variety, they only produce flowers and never make into fruit.
Interesting.
That's terrible.
Wow. That is so interesting. Okay. I have to start paying more attention. That is really interesting. I'm learning something new already. So a lot like here in like the Texas area, I've been recommending the pomegranates because they're so cold hardy. And I know in some parts of the world, like India, they have to like spray something on them to make them defoliate because they usually need to shed to produce like blooms. But I guess if yours just they never go dormant. Do they ever drop leaves or anything?
Yes. Actually, pomegranate, they love warm season. I think it's grow well from zone 8 to zone 11. and they can grow really well in full sun or a little bit of partial shade. Growing in ground, usually the tree can grow bigger than growing in container and produce more fruits. Like my tree, I only have one tree growing in ground, but I leave
You
when
have
I
one?
just one tree.
Oh my god!
How old is the tree though? That's what I want to know. How
It's
do you-
So
huge.
my tree this year will be, I would say that around maybe 9 years old. And I
Oh,
just
that's awesome.
Yeah, so I bought the small tree, like almost like a twig from Home Depot. I believe, well, 9 years ago, I totally forgot the name, but I did some research, and I think my pomegranate is wonderful pomegranate, which is grow really well in warm season climate or the climate that have mild winter.
Wow. So it's just one tree.
Whoa,
I thought you had
Just one.
several trees. I thought you had a bunch of trees. That's
You
crazy.
you
one
can
giant
you can make
pomegranate, 9 years
you can
old.
make the dragon fruit I'm sorry, the pomegranate tree big. It's depend on you pruning, because the pomegranate you can grow as a shrub, and also you also can grow as a tree. It's depend on what you like or fit your space. Or for me, I prune my pomegranate to grow as a pomegranate tree. So when I prune them, I leave the main trunk. I leave probably right now I have like 5 or 6 trunk, and then pruning all the shoot from the bottom and just leave it, like let it grow from like half of the tree up.
Well, it throws out a ton of suckers from the bottom. It wants to grow
Yes.
like a crepe myrtle. It wants to grow like a crepe myrtle. Like it grows from the
Multi-trunk,
bottom.
yeah.
It wants
Yeah.
the bush, and then everything you cut, it's so easy to propagate. Like I've literally
Yeah.
had like 100% propagation rate on pomegranates. Like it is super easy to
Wow. Okay.
propagate them. And you can actually do it during the summer. Like they don't care if it's hot. Like you can propagate them when it's hot too. They don't care.
So Sandra, what's your favorite thing to make with your pomegranate, since you get so many beautiful ones?
Yes, I got that question a lot. People ask me what I'm, planning to do with all of the pomegranate. So I share with family and friends, and the rest of it, I juice it. I have a juice press. So get the juice, and then I kind of pour it in the popsicle mold, and keep it in the freezer, and then take it out, keep in a Ziploc bag. So I have pomegranate juice year round.
That is
stuff's
awesome.
good. That's like polyphenol city.
Yes, and because I like to make juice press, so my juice press I use a lot of pomegranate juice. I love pomegranate tea, pomegranate lemonade, pomegranate margaritas. So you can make a lot of, and
Oh,
pomegranate jelly if you like, and a lot of kids
Yes.
love it too. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. So she actually has a book that's coming out, and you can pre-order it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
I
put
have
the
it
link.
here.
I'm going to put a link for the pre-order. She's got a bunch of recipes and stuff like that in here too. So
Well, that's cool.
yes. So I will put the link for the when does it actually come out, Sandra?
Publication date will be December 2nd, so 27 more days. I'm so
That's so
excited.
exciting. That's so
Yeah,
exciting.
it's
less than a
such
month.
a long process, and yeah, a lot of work, a lot of effort put into it.
So much fun.
Well
So
deserved.
absolutely. Well, so I saw a picture in here when we were going through the pomegranates, and I'm sure it caught Josh and Phil's eye. It was a persimmon.
Yeah,
do you have
I was literally going to say that.
Yeah.
In the next
You have
Definitely caught my
persimmons too?
eye.
Yes, I do. I do have persimmon next to. So I have pomegranate, persimmon, guava tree, avocados, lime, lemon, tangerine, dragon fruit. I used to have a jujube tree, but their root and sucker grow like the runner, grow like all over the yard. So I have to take the tree down. But the jujube is also really good. I'm kind of like a little sad to remove it out, but the runner, it just keep popping up all over the yard.
And they get big, right? They get really big.
Yes, especially when growing in ground, they're growing really big, and they have terrible runner.
Yeah.
I never knew that about them.
That's good to know.
I want to grow
Yes.
them. You can grow them here in
I've
cooler
had them.
zones
My
as
friend
well.
here in Wilmington, Alex, Josh, you actually met up with them. He has some jujubes here that do really well. he likes to eat them fresh rather than drying them, and they taste like little mini apples, you know.
Yes, yes. It's
But
sweet,
yep,
crunchy. I honestly love it more
yes,
than apple. And especially the jujube Lee, I think Lee or Lang, that is a little bit, mine is a little bit kind of uh a little bit round, and I have some like kind of a little longer, like oval
yeah,
shape. Those are like really crunchy and sweet. Yeah.
Wow,
yes.
that's
Oh,
so interesting. That's so cool. Well, I mean,
it's
because
good warning about the runners though.
Yeah.
oh
The
yeah,
runner, it's crazy that it will pop up on the other side of my yard. And it's really terrible. And like on my grass, sometimes they just pop up in the middle of the lawn that I have to dig up like a hole. Like it's
That
like
sounds like
crazy.
passion fruit or passion flower, like
yes.
just
I
coming
I
up.
had that with a pair of Chickasaw plums that I had, and they just put out runners in my yard, and eventually I had to take them both out because
Yeah.
I spent all my time pulling up runners, and then the squirrels would take the plum pits and they would go burying places. So I found runners like all over the property, or little seedlings that had popped up because they hid the nuts. It was so funny.
Yeah, you can grow in container. I think it also grow well. It's because jujube they produce a lot of fruit even though you plant it in container. Unlike pomegranate, because pomegranate if you grow in container, it's probably not gonna be produce a lot of fruit.
Yes.
It's good to know.
The I actually have my pomegranate, and it's in a raised bed. It's in a Vigo ring it's a 24-inch by 24-inch tall raised bed, and it's doing fantastic. My dad's got all of his in the ground, and they aren't nearly as happy as as I think it's because it's getting better drainage. It's higher up in that raised bed, and so it's getting better drainage because they don't like to sit in water. I don't think.
No, they like it dry. All right, is everybody a Vigo fan here? That's what I want to know.
You got your coffee mug.
I actually, they're sending me some stuff that I get to post because I got the self-watering containers
Yes,
for my hardy
I
citrus.
love.
That's exciting.
So
Yeah,
gotta tell me if you like
all my raised bed are from Vigo, and I think I've been working with Vigo since, because when the year that I started my garden, Vigo also started their company as well. So I've been working with them since then, like 5 years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I love their product. Yeah.
Well, and it's so funny because so I was it was like during the pandemic is when they started, like there was Vigo, there was Epic Gardening, and there was a couple other companies that are sending out metal raised beds. And I think like 3 or 4 different companies is sent out raised beds. And I started working with Vigo specifically because they're in Houston. They're right here in Houston, so I can go get stuff whenever I needed it. But Eric or Epic Gardening is right there next to you, so it's
Yeah.
That's funny. That's real funny. But yeah, no, I think the metal raised beds are the way to go. The only thing I've noticed is that they will, someone had mentioned at first when I first got on, hey, don't those metal raised beds get hot? And I was like, well, not really. I mean, I'm not like not too hot to touch, but I do know that around the edges, the soil will dry faster. Like I have noticed that.
Definitely.
Yes, but other than that, I mean, it hasn't been too bad.
I've got the really tall ones. There's 31-inch ones, and the pole through the middle, like my soil's sort of settling, and it like pulls the pole down like this, and they started to go like inwards. I had to like dig down and like pull that support pole like up and straighten it out because it was buckling inward. It's sort of wild.
Yeah. In Southern California, in my zone, we can get really hot too, but so far I don't really have that much problem with the soil dry out quickly and all that. Yeah, it just depends on like during the summer I just water my garden more.
Yeah. Well, and here in Houston, it rains so much that I would rather stuff drains faster than holds too much water. Because I like those wicking rolling beds. I've got all my citrus in those. But the reservoir was holding too much water for me. So I ended up drilling holes at the bottom of those so they actually drain, but it's still will act as the bottom, because the bottom of the rolling containers, they're essentially just the metal raised bed but round, and on the bottom there's like a plastic reservoir that is the bottom of it, and so it'll hold like what 3 or 4 inches of water, Sandra? And so
there's no drain on it to like self
It'll-
drain at a point.
it'll overflow.
But it's actually that because of there's no drainage, because it's meant to be a cell watering planter. So sometimes, especially the rolling one, if you don't have the rolling one, then you don't need to use that tray to hold the soil. But for me, since it's the rolling raised bed, it's really easy to move around. So when it's like I have a lot of rain, I just roll them in the patio, make sure that they really not like getting too much water.
Yeah. And Josh, when I said overflow, I meant the reservoir, like it holds like 3 inches of water on the bottom.
Yeah, it's almost like a tub. Yeah.
Yeah, it overflows over the reservoir, not over like the top of the bed.
Okay.
Yeah. So the whole thing doesn't hold water like that.
Yeah.
Like a bucket.
Yes.
The bucket is just like Dustin says, about like 3 or 4 inches. And there's another tray, put it on the top to hold the soil. So if you get too much water, the water just spill out from the reservoir. Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But so far, I have that since they just came out. They sent it a couple for me to try out, and I just never have problem with like over water or the water sitting in there too long, because I kind of like control when I water, and because I feel like the cell watering, if I water the regular raised bed 2 times a week, in the cell watering I probably water 1 time or one every 7 to 10 days.
Yeah, because those roots will get, there's like a spot for like the roots to get down into it.
Where
the roots can kind of get their own water. It's like when you transplant like a tree in the ground, you kind of baby it at first, and then after a while, it kind of has those tap roots kind of take care of themselves. Yeah, oh, for sure. Well, what is your? I know you grow a lot of stuff, like pretty much anything you can think of. What is your favorite fall? First, what's the weather like right now, and what can you grow right now where you're at?
Okay, so fall is such an interesting in Zone 10B, because while many gardeners right now start to wrap things up, and for me, it's just had to start it again. So like gardening in Zone 10B, I just feel like it's never end. It just keep going from one season to the other season. And I love cool season crop. I can grow cool season crop from fall all the way to spring. And usually around March, it's our summer here. Around March is when it starts to get really warm. So March, April is when I have to clean up all the cool season crop and transition to summer. And fall, I love leafy green. I feel like I can go out in the garden and harvest leafy green every day. And because my favorite food is hot pot, and I made hot pot a lot, and using all the bok choys and all the leafy green lettuce, and also brassica, also my favorite. Cabbage is the least favorite thing to grow in Southern California because it's too hot. You can only start it early in fall, because then it can go through the winter. But if you grow it in spring, your cabbage will not form head, because it's the weather start to get really, heat up in like March. So if I grow cabbage, I usually started fall. Yeah.
I mean, this looks like a fishing photo, like how guys would hold out like a fish. You're like, this is what like the broccoli is there. That's massive head of broccoli. I
remember that year we got a lot of rain. And it just made the broccoli so big that year.
Wow. And this is pink cauliflower?
Yes, this one is called graffiti cauliflowers. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
What's your favorite fall veggie that you've grown there?
Oh, that's hard. I love a lot of things. I think all the fall crops, I love it. I love the usually I grow brassica, which is long growing time to harvest, but I grow like radishes. I love making radish kimchi. I grow carrots. Carrot usually I just pluck here and there, like in between crops. I love tatsoi, like the giant flowers. I think it's really crunchy, sweet. That's one of my favorite bok choys, and Nagasaki is also my favorite. Yeah, I have a lot of favorites.
No, that's good. Pick one.
Yeah, for bok crop. Yeah,
And you like Swiss chard?
I do like Swiss chard. I grow Swiss chard for like a couple of reasons. First, like during the reason I love colorful things, like grow colorful color of cauliflowers or vegetable during cold season because I cannot grow flowers. So I grow Swiss chard, purple Japanese mustard, to just to brighten up the garden. I love Swiss chard, like smaller size, but the one
So
that
tender.
you show is like so big. And I just let them grow, just like to just add the color to the garden.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you bit into that, it'd be like biting bamboo. I mean, it's probably like it's so like fibrous. I'm sure when it's that big.
Actually not. I'm surprised that even like homegrown, even though grow this big, you can still snap it and it's crunchy and the leaf is still edible. I like to do get the bigger side sweet chard for stir fry, and it's really delicious and it's still tender. It
Really?
may be like on the outside, on the bottom, if it's kind of like a fiber, like fibrous, you can just like peel it off a little bit, but it's still crunchy. It's still edible. Yeah.
That is so interesting. Yeah, if I don't know if y'all can see this, but this is a little snapshot of what her backyard looks like. You got a ton of dragon fruit.
Yes. I tried them like when I first started, I planted in ground and then they kind of like not doing so well. So then I planted in container, but last on spring this year, I replanted, repot everything and switch it to all Vigo dragon fruit trellis.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, it's been growing really well. And a couple of the dragon fruit that I planted last year right now is like producing a lot of fruits. Yeah.
That's
What
so interesting.
do you have the white and the red flesh
Yes,
variety?
yes, I do have only two varieties, the Vietnamese white and American Beauty, which is the red one.
I
Are they
I
both?
had
Go ahead.
I had a dragon fruit tree that I had grown here, which is challenging, and it was on this rolling. It was before they even came out with these, types of rolling carts, and so I built my own. I had a container. I put a hole. I put a
Mhm,
4x4 post through it. I built out like a little tray, and I got
mhm,
4 cuttings from a friend, 2 of the whites and 2 of the red flesh varieties. And on 4 sides, it grew up and out. And I had handles to roll it into the garage, and it flowered for 2
mhm.
years in a row. But I didn't get fruit. I even tried hand pollinating it and everything, and it had flowered like multiple flowers. What's the secret? Is it just it has to be a warm environment?
Yeah, I think
Some
mainly
are
dragon fruit.
self-fertile. Yeah.
Yeah, the two variety that I have, it's I'm sorry, self pollinate. So I
Self-fertile.
don't,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't need to hand pollinate them. And plus, dragon fruit will grow well in warm climate.
Mhm.
And like for me, I just leave my dragon fruit out all year round. And sometimes maybe too much water, it's also caused the flowers to turn kind of yellow. I have some of the
Yeah,
flowers that also drop too, but there's a majority of them made it into fruit.
nice.
Yeah.
I've heard
Yeah.
that you had to prune the tips back to like help
Yes,
encourage
I did. I did
flowering.
that. I have a
Okay.
video on that too, that I learned along the way. I cut the tip just to encourage the shoot. But only you're gonna see a whole lot. Sometimes you see like 10 shoot come out at the same time. So I just leave, 2 or 3 the most, just to get all the energy focus on that, 2 or 3 branches that growing. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're really easy to propagate. They're really easy to like make
So
more.
easy. I think dragon fruit is probably one of the easiest plant to grow. Well, it's like at least for me. And I don't really like during summer. I still water my dragon fruit once a week. Winter, sometimes I don't really water at all. If it's rain, I just don't water my dragon fruit at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
And
I will,
it-
I yeah, but I usually add at the beginning of the season, I around March, I start to add organic compost, worm casting, and if the soil it kind of like settle a little bit, I just add some more soil. Yeah.
and, and it's so funny because dragon fruits, you know, when people think of dragon fruit, they think of like Asia and Thailand, but like it's another thing like plumerias. They come from like South America, like southern Mexico. They're just really popular over there because they know how to do it right. But they're typically in nature, they're pollinated by like bats and moths. And so for those people that don't know, you have to go out, like they don't open up like in the middle of the day. They open up like at midnight, they'll be wide open. You have to go out there. I've seen people. Do you do it with a paintbrush, or do you snap the things off and put them into each other, or how do you pollinate them usually?
I usually don't really pollinate my dragon fruit at all because it's
Wow.
and I sometimes I can in the morning my dragon fruit flowers usually open up in the morning. So I
Oh,
always
really?
like in the morning, I usually run out with my cups of coffee, enjoy the dragon fruit bloom, and sometimes I found a few bees in there that they make so loud noise that you can hear from, and because of its cell pollinate, I just hardly I do the video show people how to hand pollinate, but my dragon fruit actually I don't really need to pollinate at all.
That's awesome. No, that's even better. That's
That-
even better.
That's amazing. It was a huge celebration when mine opened up. I stayed up late. It
It's
opened up in the
beautiful,
evening.
yeah.
They're massive too. I mean, they're really
It's
big.
really big, and I think it's just one of the most beautiful bloom. Yeah,
And
sometimes I have to put time lapse. I just want to, I have the video on that on my page. It's
No way.
so pretty, yeah, so
Wow.
pretty in time lapse.
it's so crazy the way they grow. They throw like air roots, and I know that's why I didn't get any fruit because I didn't cut mine back. I just let it go. I mean, I'm in Houston, Texas. I mean, we're in 9B, and so we didn't hardly even get a freeze that year. So like from March all the way into like January, it was just growing, growing, growing. So it was like 20 feet long. I mean, I water the heck out of it. I fertilize it. But I didn't get any fruit, but I didn't cut it back. And so it's just one long branch. It's just one long branch. That's it, So I didn't know you needed to cut it. So
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I prune every year, usually in around February or March when I start to pruning all like the weak one, the one that's having disease, and also pruning the tip and adding new nutrients. So it's happened around February or March. And then during summer, when they start to spring and summer, when they start to grow new shoot and produce some flowers, and the fruit will take a long time from like flowers into harvest time. So my dragon fruit usually ready around at the end of August to September.
Okay.
Wow. And I
And
and
in Florida, they're almost like a weed, and they grow as a vine up trees, is what I've heard.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
can see them
I
just
heard
like
that. Yeah.
taking over like that right there, where they can just take over a fence and take it down because it gets so heavy.
That's
yeah.
insane.
Well, and I'll say I want to give this guy a shout out. This guy, I know I forget his name. Oops, sorry. But he does grafted dragon fruits. He'll
Yeah, I
graft
think
like so.
yeah. I saw his video too. I think his name is Richard, I believe, because
I think
yeah,
you're right.
I follow his account too. He's just like have a lot of knowledge about dragon fruit.
Wow.
I learned a lot from him as well. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, and I think that's where Epic Gardening had got a lot of his from, and so
Yeah.
because he's in y'all's area, y'all
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a huge amount of creators in y'all's area. There's a lot of people in y'all's area.
The commercial orchards for dragon fruit use a cement pole, I've seen. Like it's a pretty solid. Like you'll see a lot of wood poles, but like really serious growers, they'll pour like these big cement poles, probably with rebar in the center.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Whoa.
I'm looking at it right now. Let me share this. That's pretty neat. It looks like they pour it into like a mold and they sit it on top. That's really cool looking.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
I
heavy
guess
duty.
Oh, yeah.
for long term, I mean, it makes sense because these are going to be going for years.
Yeah,
That's
because
actually really
dragon
cool.
fruit can be really heavy. I used to have the wooden one before I have the Vigo trellis, and it actually like make the broke one of the trellis that I
What?
and because it's like it's just
It
so
gets so
heavy.
heavy.
Yeah, but so
Wow.
this is like my I have two of the Vigo dragon fruit planter, and this is going to be my second year, and they start plant like growing a lot. So far, so good. I was a little worried that the dragon fruit can get really heavy, but it actually it's hold up really well. I pruned some out, especially the small one. You can tell the one that is like really big and like succulent that will produce fruit, and the one that is skinny. So I prune all of those out.
Wow.
That's exciting. That's really cool. I love when people grow like the exotic stuff. Like it's so. I've gotten into some of the. I've got a Jaboticaba, and then my me and Phil had the star fruit, which was so cool. That carambola was so good. Tastes like a green apple. It was really
It
good.
tastes like a green apple with like the texture of a cucumber. It was delicious.
It was so good. And I mean, there's so many different fruit trees out there that you have no idea about. I mean, like there's a couple of nurseries here in Houston where like you find stuff you've never seen before, like sapotes and sopatillas, and the guavas. There's all kinds of different varieties of guavas and
Yeah.
things like that. So it's always interesting to find new stuff. Is there something out there like you want to add to your garden but you haven't found one yet, or you just don't have the space, Sandra?
I used to have cherry moya, but the cherry moya they did bigger space. So I used to because I only have the space around the fen that I can grow fruit tree. But for some reason, cherry moya cannot grow well, like because the space that I have is probably 3 feet from the fen. So if I have more space, I probably want to regrow cherry moya and also mango tree that I really want to grow because it will grow well in my zone.
Yeah.
You should definitely grow a mango tree.
They get huge.
They can get really big. I have a mango in a container, and it was the best tasting fruit I think I've ever grown. Like it tasted amazing.
These things look wild.
That is really delicious.
It's called a custard apple, like that.
Yeah,
Is it like
you can call custard apple or soursop. I think the other one called soursop is the spiky one, which is grow in tropical area.
So it's similar to a soursop. I wonder
Yeah, similar. But this one it's really sweet. There's no tart, no sour.
Have you looked at mountain apples? Have you heard about them?
No.
You should look at or a Malay apple. It's a really popular one in Hawaii, and it's a really interesting Hawaii mountain apples. If you look that up,
there's so many interesting things. Like this is called the Adamoya. There's
the cherry moya and ati moya. I think the variety that I grow is ati moya. It's a little bit spiky and it's more sweet. Cherry moya, it's like have the kind of the one that you show shiny round. Those are the cherry moya. The ati moya, it's the spiky one, but yeah, it's big. Yeah, soursop it's bigger. Soursop can grow really big. But sometimes the flesh is a little bit chewy, and a little bit more sour. Yeah.
Wow.
That looks awesome. I've seen them before in like Miami Fruit, or if I were to, what was it? There's another guy that does fruit something, but they're incredibly looking. Like you think they're going to be hard, rough, like pine cone looking things until you see them just peel it apart texture wise, and it's incredible.
I actually saw this fruit for the first time today at a nursery. I don't know if y'all are familiar with it.
Oh, the
yeah,
noni
the
fruit.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
People attempt to eat it many times.
I seen
It's-
that. Yeah.
it said it smells like garbage. Like it smells like really bad, right? It smells like really gross.
I've heard they've
Does
even
it?
called it the vomit fruit.
Is it that
The-
bad?
I
I saw some in person when I was out at that farm in Tennessee that had it in their greenhouse, and I had to look it up because I was like, this looks alien, like an alien egg.
It's wild. Yeah, I posted a picture. It's they call it like one of the nicknames is like Indian mulberry, but it's actually in the coffee family.
oh.
Interesting.
It's really weird, really strange, but I've never seen it before. I love finding new fruits though. Have you ever tried durian?
Yes.
Oh, my favorite.
Is it really?
Oh.
I think most of the Southeast Asia that usually durian is like one of the precious fruits, and we all love it. And we can make dessert out of durian. We can make durian sticky rice is one of my favorites. And yes.
Isn't it one of those things where like people love it or they hate it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pungent.
Either
Like the
you love
smell's
it
pretty
or
pungent.
you
I'm
hate
not
it.
gonna lie.
Yeah, I think for me it smells great.
Yeah. Is it similar to a jackfruit? Like a jackfruit's bigger, right?
No, the jackfruit, the meat is like firm. Durian is kind of like custard texture.
It's really
or-
creamy. Like it looks
Yeah,
like
creamy.
it looks like a bean, but like in shape in theory, but then you eat it like pudding.
Wow.
Interesting. See, I didn't know there was I thought they were like synonyms. I didn't know they were the same. They were different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
jackfruit's
yeah.
like very like fibrous. Like that's why people make like a pulled pork alternative with it.
No, I think yeah, they do have like the white stuff in jackfruit, but jackfruit also have the other variety that is like really soft, mushy, and
Ooh.
but this one is the one that is the meat is shinier and it's sweet, and I love jackfruit. All my kids love jackfruits. We can make a lot of dessert from jackfruit too.
Wow.
I love that it grows along the trunk. Any fruit that comes off like the branch, not on the tips, it's always interesting to me.
Yeah. Well,
Like Chapotacaba. Did I say that right?
I'm about to say
Great.
I saw this on a video on YouTube. A guy named Pete Canaris. He's in Florida and he does edible landscaping and he grows a lot of these. But they're basically grapes, little grapes that grow on the side of like the trunk like that.
That's crazy.
I bet something like that would probably do good in New York. They get pretty big apparently, but like, could you imagine going out there and picking like that many of them? Like that's insane.
Wow, that's a lot of fruit.
I bet it makes good jelly though. I bet it makes really good jelly.
Speaking of stinky fruit, have you ever tried a ginkgo fruit? A ginkgo tree.
I've seen the fruit.
I'm not sure
I know that
what it is.
messy.
Let me look it up.
I ran into one the other day, and I know how it smells, and it smells awful.
It looks like it looks like a lychee. Let me see.
It's like a little orange fruit. I almost thought it was like a shriveled little persimmon, but it really had a smell to it. I was afraid to eat one. There you go. That's exactly what it looked like right there.
I've never seen that before.
See, I've seen all the ginkgo trees. I didn't know they made a fruit. That's
Well, a lot of them that are planted are females along street side, so they don't put out the fruit.
Interesting.
I've heard that
males.
before too.
They're males, they're not females. That's what I mean.
All right, or males. My dad, actually growing up, we had a ginkgo tree and they thought it was I thought it was a male, but it ended up being female. So my dad ended up replacing the tree because it was so bad. Because it would just be on our driveway. It would be a huge mess.
Oh my goodness. Just like the mulberries, right?
Yeah, well, the mulberries at least smell and taste good.
Yeah, that's true. Sandra, we actually do a trivia. Josh does some trivia questions. So if you're ready, we'll go and do that. Before we answer, we let the people in the chat answer a little bit. So Josh, go ahead with your trivia, dude, and we'll see what we can find out.
All right. Well, I think, Sandra, you're going to ace these because all the theme tonight is about pomegranates, trivia around pomegranates. So that would
Okay.
be sort of fun. So, all right. So this is a fun one. The top of the pomegranate has a little crown-like structure left over from the flower. What is this part called? And I could do multiple choice if these are too hard.
Is it the
Yeah.
the bottom of the pomegranate where the bloom was originally? You said.
What's the star-shaped crown is
The
the dried
crown.
remnant of the flower. And in some cultures, this is symbolized royalty and divine perfection. But what is that part of the, what is it called? What's left over?
You allowed to do research
I'll
and
do-
take
I'll
also
do-
seriously.
Oh my goodness, Jay got it right.
Yeah. So
Yay.
Jay got. I was. Yeah. Go ahead.
Jay got it right. Yeah, it's the calyx. The calyx is that little
Like, okay.
flower shape. And I think the calyx is like harvested on certain types of plants. It's sort of like the leftover part of a flower where the flower forms out of.
That's interesting. So we're doing anatomy questions tonight.
A little bit. There you
Now-
go.
There it
Okay.
is.
That's called the calyx. It's pretty cool.
Good to know.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love new words. Awesome. I would say it's the peduncle.
All right. You'll probably get this one though. But the red glistening bits we eat aren't actually the fruit's flesh. They're seed coverings. What are these edible sacs called? They have a very specific name of.
Oh my God. I think I know it before, but I forgot.
I'm bad with names. I'm bad with the terminology, man.
Same here. I just
I-
know
I-
the pomegranate seed.
I just know the name. Yeah.
Bow
God,
tie. Bow tie.
bow tie-
Got it.
Bowtie's- He's googling. He's googling.
What?
The
Well, and
arrows. which
I
is
actually
interesting.
Yeah, I actually saw it on this graph, but like there it is. The seeds, the arrows.
Arrows. They're actually
Arrow.
they're
Yeah,
called
arrow,
arrows.
yeah.
Sort of
What
a
would you-
weird term.
I would never have guessed the name of that, Josh.
I always think of like Little Mermaid Ariel is the way that I remember it for
Mm.
some reason. Which is
Interesting.
weird.
Yeah, he's definitely he said he's not googling, but he's definitely googling it.
Oh yeah, there's some Googling going on. All right, so you sort of answered this earlier, but pomegranates have both a male and hermaphroditic flowers on the same tree, but how are they primarily pollinated?
Pomegranate usually pollinated, pollinated by wind, or you have bee. But if your area have less pollinators, grow more flowers to encourage the pollinator to come to your garden and pollinate. And I saw a lot of bees around my pomegranate tree too during the flower stage.
Okay.
I've actually seen hummingbirds go to them.
Yes, yes. Mhm.
Yeah. But is it buzz pollination? Is that because that's what it is for tomatoes? Sometimes is buzz pollination. What is the actual answer, Josh?
The answer is bees is what it
Bees,
is.
yeah.
bees is number one.
This
Okay,
is what
good.
bees, but I believe that wind would work too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
And
interesting.
if you grow in container that have fewer fruit, you can also hand pollinate too. I'm not sure how hand pollinate work because I never did, but I know that you can do hand pollinate on your pomegranate flowers.
Usually they're too high up to pollinate. I couldn't reach them.
Yeah.
You need a ladder to do that.
They grow.
All right.
They grow out like the new growth, like on the highest spot. It seems like.
Yeah,
right,
and I also want. Can I add one thing about
Please,
pomegranate? Because I got a lot of people questions about how I prune the pomegranate and what part should they prune the pomegranate. So usually pomegranate they produce flower at the new growth. So when you prune the pomegranate, make sure not to prune in the growing season. Prune pomegranate during the dormant season. I usually prune my pomegranate maybe toward the end of the winter. So all those branch that produce fruit right now, I will cut them out and then the new shoot will grow off from the older wood. And usually you can see that my pomegranate hang off at the tip because of most of the fruit, they just grow, on the new branch. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
good.
because I have one year that during the growing season, well, that a long time ago, and then my pomegranate grows so big, so I kind of like go in and prune them. So I actually cut the new growth, and which is that they're gonna produce a lot of fruit. So that year we don't really have a lot of fruit at all.
And I would say they like to be pruned. I think they like a
Yes, they
regenerative
do. They
prune.
like to be pruned, but you have to prune them at the right time.
Yeah.
Just avoid pruning them during the growing season because the flowers will grow off from the new growth, not growing from like the wood, the old wood. Yeah.
But you can go prune suckers anytime you want, like they're coming up from the roots.
Yes, I usually from the bottom. I don't like them to grow on the bottom. So if you want to shape your pomegranate tree into a tree, then you want to prune it, wait it maybe a couple of years until your pomegranate really established. And then usually the shoot grow from the bottom. So for me, I leave between like 3 to 5 trunk to make it big tree. I leave about 5 or 6. That's why you can see like one of my tree just grow so big. Yeah, if you want to grow them as a shrub, then you just leave it a lot and you don't have to prune it on the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, Bowtie Dave was just asking about that. He said, "I get a lot of suckers at the bottom of your pot." Yeah. You can definitely cut them off. And when I like Sandra was saying at the bottom, I'll go through and I'll cut those suckers off. And even in the middle of summer, I'll stick them in a 3-gallon pot, just like a bunch of sticks in a 3-gallon pot, and they all root. Like they root like crazy. It's not hard to do. Like anything pencil thickness or bigger.
When do you do it?
Anytime. The suckers, you can prune them anytime.
Do you use rooting hormone or do you just throw them in? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is also one of the best way to grow pomegranate, especially because most of the tree that sell at the nursery, they graft it. Mm-hmm. So if you grow from seed, you maybe not get the same tree that you plant. So if you plant it from the branch, you graft it, then you definitely get the same type of tree or fruit. I have a lot because of a lot of pomegranate that crack and drop. And every season, every spring, I can find like hundreds of the mini seedling all over. And a lot of people and then I posted on story that, oh my God, there's a lot of seedling. A lot of people ask to buy those. But I say that, I just don't want to sell it because usually the fruit, just like I mentioned it, grow from grafted. And sometimes the grow from seed is you're not getting the same tree, just like a tomato, like the hybrid tomato. Yeah.
That makes sense.
And then Adam said, I want to try growing pomegranate here in Southern Oregon. I had to convince my wife to let me bring them inside for their fruit to ripen. Yeah. So they will survive the winter in Oregon, but it can take like 8 months for fruit to ripen. So that may in Oregon you may not get your fruit to fully ripen in that time span. That may be the only problem, but it would survive the winter. I mean, a lot of these varieties of pomegranates are Russian and Chinese, and so they handle the winters. I've been telling people who've been losing their citrus and losing their really fancy fruit trees, dude, get you some pomegranates. Get you some pomegranates because they grow like wildfire. They grow so crazy.
Yeah. Also, the soil as well. I just want to add one more thing about the soil because people wonder what soil condition pomegranate grow well. So actually, pomegranate can grow in a lot of different types of soil, except clay soil. So if your garden, if you plant it in ground, you have clay soil, maybe you have to add a lot of organic matter, organic compost. But my soil, like in ground, it pretty much like really good. I bury like kitchen scrap and stuff here and there all the time. And for fertilizer for pomegranate, the first couple of years when the young tree, you can fertilize a lot of high nitrogen to encourage the growth. But when the pomegranate getting old for older tree, I use well balanced fertilizer, or sometimes at the nursery you can find the fertilizer, organic fertilizer that they mix for fruit tree. You can also use that too. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Very cool.
Joshua.
And to answer your comment about cold hardiness, they can survive down to 0 degrees for the Russian cold hardy pomegranates. So
That's
that's
like
pretty wild.
That's me like your Parfianka, your Slovatsky. There's a bunch of good varieties, and they're great.
yeah.
But does everybody know how many seeds are in a pomegranate?
Oh.
What?
It is somewhere between 200 and 1,200. So let's see who gets the closest guess. Between 200 and 1,200.
Well, doesn't it?
seeds
Oh,
per
I thought it wouldn't.
Wait, there's a set amount? Like each one has a certain amount?
It varies from fruit to fruit, but on average, there's an amount.
Really?
So
I
let's
think
see.
it's depend on the size of the pomegranate as
But-
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, between
Between 200 and
200
1,200.
and 1200.
Not
Yeah,
above.
That's a lot. Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
not doing
I mean-
Price is Right rules here either. So let's see.
I'd say on average, I mean, probably. I mean, I don't know. I'd say
Maybe
300, maybe. I don't think it's that many because it's not. Think it's 1,000. There's no way.
It's probably like 600.
I would say 8 for my pomegranate because they get
you
so
have big
big.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
What is
ancient tradition says every pomegranate contains exactly 613 seeds, which symbolizes the commandments in the Torah. But in
Wow.
scientific studies and averaging, it actually comes around 800 is the average number of seeds that you'll find.
Could you imagine being the study the tech that has to go out there and count pomegranate arrows like because there's people that have to go out there and like do field studies where they like count ants, it's like that, but like there's people out there counting pomegranate arrows. That's insane.
Have you seen the guy that cuts it open, then he just does that fruit press, where he presses all the juice out of the pomegranates?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, I
dude,
saw
it's
that.
the best.
It looks amazing. I gotta
What's
get
his
one.
What's
So
his handle? The
satisfying.
Stallion.
I don't know. And he's always holding his phone in the video.
I want to ask Sandra what her preferred method of peeling, because I thought it would be a lot easier than it was.
Yeah,
What is your
so
preferred method?
I have a video on my page how I think I just posted recently. I've been posted maybe a couple of days ago how I open it. Usually I just cut at the top of like the crown, cut like a square, and then you will see the kind of thin paper, the whited the seed, and then just cut along that. And then sometimes some of my pomegranate that have a lot of juice, they crack it itself. They just crack it up, and then you just take the middle out, and it's like really easy. For me, usually I all seed by hand, and that's the when after you open it up, it almost like a star. It's easy to seed that way. But for me, since I do the juice press, I only I cut like that, and then I just get the peel out. So and then I will put everything in the juicer. Yeah.
That looks like 800 to me.
I bought one of those. It's a masticator, and so like it'll chew up.
It's a what?
It's called a masticator. A masticator. It's electric. It's on it goes in the KitchenAid, and you just you can put like the chunks of it. All the juice comes out, and all the solids come out the other end.
Yeah.
So it's but I don't think mine were as ripe as yours. So I think I'd probably So
yeah, I got the juice press. Like I love juice press, and also mainly for my pomegranate too, because it's a lot. Each year I spend a lot of time to open it up and then juice and then freeze it. It's a messy process as well.
I've seen your video where you have like a gallon of like pomegranate juice. Like it's a lot. Like it's a lot of pomegranate juice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right, but do you know how old they can live? So pomegranates that have been cultivated for thousands of years. The trees themselves are surprisingly resilient, and under the right conditions, how long can a healthy pomegranate tree live and bear fruit on average? Somewhere between 10 and 200 years is the range that you can guess. And let's see who gets it right.
10 and 200.
I'm giving you a wide range to
Wow.
choose from here.
So I have a long way to go.
It's going to be like 199 years is the answer.
And there is no exact number, but I want to. The range is less than between 10 and 200. So let's see who can get the range correct.
I would say, I mean,
Maybe 90.
80 to 120.
you think 90, Sandra?
Yeah, maybe around 90 to 100 years.
I bet it's not. I bet this is a mix-up, right? I bet it's a twist-up. I bet they don't actually produce that long. So I'm gonna guess 30 years is on average. I'm gonna guess 30.
All right.
So what is it, Josh?
Between 50 and 100 years.
Oh, so Sandra is right.
It's
Sandra is
I'm
right.
in between.
It's a healthy tree. Yes. And many can live up to 200.
Wow.
That's insane. That is wild. Well, and they're really are awesome. And I think everybody should have a pomegranate tree. Like they're fantastic.
I think
my pomegranate tree produce a lot, and I got a lot people comment that my pomegranate tree is AI.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I wish you come in my garden and see the pomegranate tree. For people that follow my story, they know, but some people that just never, just came across the post and it's like, oh, that's definitely AI. And I take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
I actually really kind of like, sometimes I feel like, yeah, I can understand, because for me, I just never see any pomegranate that produce a lot of fruit, and the way it's just hanging like a Christmas ornament for me. And most of the fruit, they grow like behind the leaf. So when during the fruit season start to get mature a little bit, I go around and kind of clean up the leaf that cover up the pomegranate, because when they don't get the sunlight, the pomegranate is not change color.
Yeah.
It's still like pale yellow. So I usually go around and like pruning all the leaves that kind of block the sun from the fruits, and it kind of make it like the fruit exposed more.
Okay.
That makes sense. Well, and it doesn't surprise me that people think that, your tree is AI, because, we're so disconnected from where food comes nowadays. So, most people don't even know where a pomegranate comes from.
Yeah, I got a lot of that as well. And people say that they never see how actual, pomegranate tree look like and how pomegranate grow like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's wild.
That's so cool. It's definitely a compliment, but I think people definitely get thrown when you see a color contrast like that, where you just get this like deep
some of
red
the
fruit.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, go for it.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
Some of the fruit, it's not as deep red as my pomegranate, and that's led to the question people ask me what the variety of my pomegranate. I planted like 9 years ago, so I totally forgot because back then I just run to Home Depot and pick up pomegranate tree and plant. So I don't really like know exactly the variety, but I strongly believe that my pomegranate tree is a wonderful pomegranate tree, because when I did some research, it looked really look a lot like wonderful pomegranate. And the source that I got it from, like Home Depot, they actually only carry wonderful pomegranate. So that's why when I got that question, it's probably one of the most question asked. I always say that I'm not sure, but I strongly believe it's the wonderful pomegranate.
Well, and your garden definitely has a color scheme. I mean, there's a reason why the reason why your book is called Vibrant Harvest, because everything is like vibrant.
Yes.
And you got the pops of pink. Like your backyard looks like a painting. Like this I was looking at this picture right here. Like that is
that's
when
we try to get because I come up with a couple of the title of my book. And because of my publisher went and checked my page, and it's like the color explosion
Yes.
on my page. So then we just come up with the vibrant harvest. And also mainly the reason that I constructed my book this way, because it's mainly for the big part of the book, it's go in depth into individual crops. Because I got, for the past years, I got a lot of questions, people asking, how to grow tomatoes, how to battle pests and disease for a certain crop. So that's why I put everything together and make sure when people want to know how to grow tomato, then everything in that tomato profile will tell how to grow, how to start from seed, how to grow in container, battle pests and disease, harvest, and companion plant. And I also including my favorite varieties to grow as well. Yeah.
I love that. No, and your book is like your Instagram. Like it's all these all these vibrant colors. Like everything pops. Like that. When I got the preview in a PDF,
Yeah.
it was I was like, oh my god! Even it's popping off my screen. Like it's just wonderful. So I
Yeah.
definitely
So
love this. I love this.
so even though in my book only highlight colorful vegetable, but it's also applied to any other variety too. As for example, like purple cauliflowers, the growing tip, it will apply to all the cauliflowers varieties. Yeah, and the
Right.
second part of the book is how to create, your own garden, your garden, starting from figure out your time zone. Time zone is like really important. Yeah, the second part of the book. And then the third part, which is garden care, I have listed common pests and disease, and last part is enjoying the harvest. So like growing, in creating the garden, take care of your plants, and then now time to harvest and enjoy. I have like preserving, and I including a few recipe that is really went viral on my Instagram as well, on my page, like seasoned salt, chili oil, fresh kimchi that no deep fermentation. And this is one of my favorite. I grew up eating the mixed vegetable pickle that my mom made. So this is
Ooh.
her recipe in here that you
Oh,
guys
nice.
can yeah.
Sounds
So
like okra.
And
Or not okra.
and a
like
lot of people also requested me to get the new, like the cookbook out. I just
I was
hopefully
gonna say, yeah,
hopefully,
you
yeah.
could probably do a whole cookbook. You could probably do a whole
Yeah,
cookbook,
because
I'm
I
sure.
actually originally, when we tried to figure it out what the book looked like, I was like come up with like idea of making the book that teach people how to grow, but at the same time also show them how to cook that. So like it's almost like garden to table, but I just, yeah, but
That's
maybe
awesome.
do it like a separate book, just focus on cooking instead of
Yeah,
the garden. Yeah.
that's awesome.
wow.
So this time of year in your garden, because you cook a lot, you cook everything you grow in the
Yeah.
garden for the most part.
Mhm.
What is like your go-to dish? Do you walk out in the garden, grab something like right now? Like what is y'all's favorite dish to cook?
During this season, cold season, I make a lot of soup. So sometimes I just make a mixed vegetable. So with like Napa cabbage, bok choy, and sometimes stir fry with all kind any vegetable that I can find in the garden. I really like fall. I'm a fall garden fan because I feel like summer, I don't really like summer at all, because summer usually the only vegetable that I can like harvest all the time is like zucchini. I call zucchini overachiever because they just keep producing so much.
Right.
And yeah, and I also grow water spinach, if you guys heard of that. Water spinach grow well in summer, but it's also grow well in my during my zone in winter as well, kind of mild winter, no frost. because water spinach grow for like a summer leafy green. So during summer, I grow water spinach because it's like a leafy green for me that I can. It's like grow one time and then you can just keep cut and come back. So the batch that I grow this year, I planted since late May, and now it's still producing.
Wow.
So I'm going to keep it throughout winter. And for summer crop, you know that peppers or tomatoes, you have to wait until it mature. But then at the end of the season, I got a whole bunch of that peppers and tomatoes. Then I usually I dehydrate all of my peppers.
Oh wow.
Oh, you dehydrate
So
them all.
yeah, water spinach you can also, some pot they call morning glory, I think.
Oh really?
It's good for stir fry. It's good for soup. In Cambodian dish, we make a lot of soup from water spinach, and stir fry is like a quick dish that I usually incorporate it with some meat dish. You can also eat it raw as well.
Have you ever looked at callaloo, which is like a warm seasoned green? It's more in Jamaican food, but it's like a really tall, like spinach alternative that doesn't bolt in the summer. That might be a cool one.
In summer, I also grow what the other one? I totally forgot the name. It's almost like a spinach. Oh my God, it's like in the tip of my tongue. I planted every
It's not
it's
the
like
molokia.
no, it's like slimy. It's completely blank the name.
This is the one that I've grown before.
And
It's
it
called
have
it is slimy.
I have it. I actually have it in my book, but for some reason, sometimes some word is just not pop up at all. Oh, it's called Malabar spinach.
Oh, Malabar.
Got it.
The Malabar spinach, and that is also another alternative way to grow some green during summer, because those are the summer crop actually for Malabar spinach and water spinach.
Malabar is pretty good.
Yeah, some people say that it's a little slimy when you cook, but if you want to make soup like a ground chicken, I usually make like a ground chicken, add a little bit of vinegar to kind of like thin out the slimy.
The slime.
Yeah.
It can take over a bed though. I've seen it. It grows.
Oh yeah. It can take, if you grow in ground, the seed, it will take over your yard. So be careful on the seed. Yeah.
And the bees like it because the little blooms on them are really
the blooms, but the berries, it just make a lot of mess when it drop and you step on it. It's like stained purple. Yeah.
But the berries aren't edible, are they?
I think I heard people say it's edible, but I never try it.
Yeah, everything on it is edible. You can eat all of it. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what she's talking about. They're like the little berries, and they will turn red.
Looks messy.
They have two variety. They have the white one as well, the white green one, and also the purple one. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, the one thing I was going to ask you all night. Well, I'm sure somebody in this chat is going to ask you. You got any fig trees in the backyard? You got any figs?
I have one fig tree I planted about 3 years ago in container, and it's have a big fruit. I think it's the dwarf one. I think it's sugar fig. That is the name. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't really know much. I don't really know much about fig, but I have one in container. It's small. It's never grows big. It's kind of like bushy. And the fruit is like it's big fruit and really sweet when it let it like ripe and soft. Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, if you're ever curious, you're in like the perfect climate for obviously a lot of things, but figs would just take off there. Like if you had one of the Col de Dame Blanc figs, or if you had like a Black Madeira, obviously, or a Figo Preto, it would certainly do wonders in your yard. So if you're ever curious, let me know.
I wish I have more space to. You just never have enough space when you start gardening.
Never have enough space.
You just never have enough space.
No, I had a Peter's honey fig this week, and it was just
That
so
thing
good.
looked
So-
immaculate.
Oh my goodness!
Ooh.
Sometimes, a lot of times the birds get to my figs before I can get to them, or the sugar ants will get to them, and the timing was perfect. And
Yep.
that Peter's honey fig, the sugar little drip had even sealed up the ostiole to where, like nothing
Mhm.
was getting like it was. And I grabbed it, Phil, and I barely touched it, and it came right off, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh, it
Yeah,
was
that
just
is,
for
I think that's
you.
the perfect stage of the fig.
Yes.
Yeah, because sometimes when I kind of feel it soft, but when I pick it, it's not ready.
Yep.
So, and when it's fruit, I get the organza bag to kind of protect it from the bird or from the
Yep.
rodent at night. Sometimes it's fall off in the in then I
Yeah.
know that it's ready. So I think when it let it until overripe and it fell off like that, it's like really sweet.
Yes,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was so good. It was like the best fig, and Duke even got a bite. My dog even had a bite of it, so he liked it. But it was like almost like caprified, Phil. That's how ripe it was. It was
That's
glorious.
when they're good like that. I think the other that's why people grow their own fig trees. That's why people grow a lot of their own fruit trees, is because a true ripe fruit off the tree is like
Yeah,
unreal compared to a
definitely.
grocery store, for sure.
Yeah, just like I got a lot of people told me that why I grow dragon fruit because it tastes less. And because of the dragon fruit that at the store, they pick them really young. And
Oh yeah.
when my dragon fruit that I let them really ripe on the vine, it's like really sweet. The red variety, the American Beauty, it's almost too sweet.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of people's only experience of dragon fruits are like dragon fruit flavored things. Like I've got um I've got some of these dragon fruit little candies, and like I know that's not what a dragon fruit tastes like, and it's way different, but they always taste better when they're home. Is there
Mhm.
anything that you would not grow, like it's something that like you'll never bother trying to grow again, that just doesn't do well? Stuff that you wanted to grow that
Uh,
dies on you.
you mean the fruit tree or the vegetable?
Either one, either one.
Either one, okay. Okra is one thing. For some reason, okra not really grow well. Like this year, it grow a little bit better
Uh-huh.
than every other year. But I try okra multiple times, and for some reason, it just gave up on me.
Really?
That's
Yeah, and
surprising.
I know that a lot of people say that okra is really easy to grow,
Yeah.
and but for some reason, it's just for me. I try to grow from seed. I just really took care of them, transplant it, and they just not like really take off. You know that a lot of things that I grow really take off quickly and grow to a bigger size. But that's my secret. I
I,
Wow.
cannot grow okra.
is it really dry there? Like, is it low humidity?
It's really dry during summer.
That's the key.
We
Okra really likes hot, humid air. That's why it does really well in the southeast where I'm at, because it's so hot
mhm.
and muggy.
It can
And
get its
like
moisture
I
from the
see.
humidity.
Yeah.
I grew
Yeah.
okra and it got like 8 feet tall, and I didn't do anything to it.
Yes, I saw a lot of people growing like okra tree, and I was like, why can't I
Yeah.
grow okra? And my okra was like a little over a foot, and then it started down. So yeah, it can get
Wow.
really warm and dry in Southern California. Yeah.
That's
That must
interesting.
be it. Yeah.
I never would have guessed that. I would assume like okra will probably do amazing, like in all California, like everywhere, because it's one of those things like as reseeded for me. Like it'll come up next year just from seed pods that have dropped. So
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I
Um,
even though my zone I can grow all things year round, but I still choose to grow based on the season, because the vegetable will taste so much better when you grow them at the right season, especially like bok choys. I can grow it in summer, but it's gonna be like a hustle that you can transplant it and then the next week will be bold, or sometimes the leaf kind of like bitter or it's not like crunchy.
right.
So I even though I can grow things year round, but still grow vegetable based on their season. Except like right now, my garden, I still have peppers and tomatoes and water spinach, which is the summer crop. Because 2 weeks ago, we like in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
So
Wow.
my tomatoes, my peppers growing well, even though the one that I overwinter in my raised bed, it's also start to produce flowers again. So I usually not growing tomato for just only a couple months in like around December to February when it's like really cold, a lot of dew at night. So it just like battle a lot of the powdery mildew and then disease. So I chose not to just grow tomato that month. Yeah.
Makes sense.
What about citrus? Do you do much citrus?
Yes, I have dwarf Mayer lemon, and I have I think I don't know the variety of my lime. I have lime tree, and I also have tangerine. My tangerine is like also the dwarf tangerine. I like to grow the dwarf tree because the I grow it right next to the fence, so I just don't want like bigger tree. My tangerine produce loaded of fruit every single year, and it's sweet and very delicious. Yeah.
Wow.
And I
Sounds
also I think I planted them around the same time with the pomegranate.
Do you know what type of tangerine it is, perchance?
I I don't know the variety or the type of the tangerine, but I know it's a tangerine.
It's the sweet kind that tastes
The
really
sweet
good.
kind, and the fruit it's kind of little. It's almost look like it's the same shape as the persimmon. My persimmon is the Fuyu
Okay.
persimmon. Yeah.
Mhm.
Dancy is probably one of the most
Yeah, I think
popular.
if you see the fruit,
types.
you maybe recognize the variety.
I'll have to
Yeah.
look it up.
Yeah.
Now, what do you do with your persimmons? Because I'm a big Asian persimmon fan.
Persimmon, I like to eat it when it's still crunchy and sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, but I also if sometime when I let it like really ripe and soft because like fuyu usually good to eat when it's crunchy, not like soft and mushy. But if you let it overripe, you can make persimmon cookie.
Ooh,
Mm.
sounds
Yes.
good.
It's almost like oatmeal cookie. You can add raisins, some oatmeal, and you mash the persimmon almost like you mash the banana, and then you just add an ingredient almost like a regular oatmeal cookies, and then
Ooh.
add cinnamon as well. It just make the cookies so delicious. Yeah.
That sounds good. I'm gonna have to try that with mine. I
You
like them.
mhm,
I like them firm as well, like to slice them and so that they've got a
mhm.
crunch, melony flavor.
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot of people let them get really ripe and then they dehydrate them and dry them.
I think that is the other varieties, the one that is a little bit kind of like
Egg shaped.
pointy shaped,
Yeah.
heart shaped. Those you can do dehydrated, hang it and dry it, and it's like it become really sweet and sugar. And for the fuyu, I think you can dehydrate it, slice it thin, dehydrate it like a persimmon chip. It's also delicious. Oh, I'm sorry, my lights run out of battery.
Oh, it's
Yeah, and but pretty much I like to eat it sweet. It's so refreshing. Yeah.
wow. That's awesome. Me and Phil had a finger lime at Jorge's.
It was so
And
good.
Dude, I've been looking for a finger lime like every nursery I've been to since. And I finally called Jorge. I was like, hey, dude, you still have that finger lime? He goes, I got one left. I was like, I'll take it. Put it, mark it as sold. I was like, I'll take it. I don't need any more citrus, but I'll take it. But like, I didn't realize there was like a pink one and everything like that. Like, oh, I'm going to have to find me a pink one now, too.
I've got the red one and it's growing really well. I might get fruit next year off it. I'm super
Oh, nice.
excited.
Really?
Wow.
Josh, I actually thought of you.
I saw that. Yeah.
That's so interesting looking.
Because
It's almost like a caviar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like caviar. Actually, at our Figtoberfest, there was a seller, and he was talking about he had so many finger limes, and he would actually package them up in little caviar dishes like that and sell
No.
that.
Yeah.
Shut up. That's awesome.
But me and Phil just cut them in half. We're walking around the nursery. Just like eating them like a Go-Gurt, just popping the little things out the tube. And
Yeah.
they're so good, man. They're so good. So I'm excited.
It feels like it has the texture of like caviar, but like roe. If you were to have like roe with sushi, it just has that, but then like a nice citrusy like flavor to it. It's fantastic.
But just
It's
know that
it's
the trees are very thorny. Like I'm talking, it's
ah.
the thorniest citrus I have.
and the leaves are real
Over
small too.
really more than the trifoliate.
Oh no, the trifoliate will kill you. I mean, those
Yeah.
thorns can skewer a wild boar, but these are just a multitude of smaller thorns.
You can see them.
I thought kaffir lime tree. It's also because I also have kaffir lime tree. We use a
they're
lot
so
of the
cool.
leaf.
And
Yeah, we use a lot of the leaf for in our cooking. The thorn is so big and so long.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, that's
those are-
kaffir,
yeah.
and it smells so good. And this one have a lot of benefit, especially
Mhm.
the fruit. It's good for your hair.
Hmm.
And for the leaf, we use a lot in our cooking. Yeah,
Wow.
in our
The leaf
cuisine.
itself. Wow, it's got a huge, like, thick rind on it.
do you eat the leaves when you cook them down, or is it just like a seasoning?
You can eat the leaf. Yeah, you
Hmm.
can eat the leaf, and we use a lot. We use in like stir fry soup. We use a lot of the leaf more than the fruit.
Really? That's good to know. I got my first kaffir lime this year. That's probably going to go in one of the rollers because it's not as cold hardy as the other ones I'm trying to get. But it's got a very perfumey, aromatic like zest to it,
Yeah.
and that stood out much different than the other citrus I have.
I love the scent of the fruit. Sometimes I just pick because my tree have a lot of fruits, and during the fruit season, sometimes I just cut them, a couple of them, and then just put it on the plate over the counter. I just love the
Just to
scent, the
have it there,
aroma
yeah, I bet.
of that.
Have you seen these before? The Buddha's hand citrus?
Yes, I saw that. It looked really cool. Is that actually we can eat that?
Well, I guess technically you can eat anything, but like there's not like if you cut into it, it looks like this. Like
Is there any juice in it?
No, it's all
No
rind.
juice.
Yeah, because
Ah.
we were at Jorge's and he had one. It had huge fruit on it. Like the fruit was really big. But it's kind of just cool. But I guess people use it for zesting stuff, and I don't know what people would do with that. It's for me. That looks like a chicken's foot. But yeah, it's really interesting. Weird varieties of things. So you never know what you're going to see when you go to a nursery.
I think maybe you can make the candy. Like they make candy from the mandarin peel, or they can make candy with it, I think.
Yeah. Well, I bet you could use it for limoncello too. I'm doing that limoncello right now, where it's like
Ooh, yeah.
there was like a viral video I saw on like TikTok or Instagram, and it was a guy. They were in a restaurant, like an Italian restaurant. In the front window of his restaurant, he had a big jar, and he took like cheesecloth and wrapped a bunch of lemons with a cheesecloth, filled the bottom of the jar with like Everclear, hung the lemons from the cheesecloth to the top of the jar, closed it off, and then sat it in that window. And as the sun, evaporated the liquor, it would drop over the citrus, and you wouldn't get like any of the bitter oil. You just get like the sweet oil, and it would actually infuse with the liquor. And I actually have some of it with my my calamundins. I did it with my calamundins, and I did it with some cuties, and I got them sitting in my windowsill for about a month now. And you just take it and you do like 1 part that and like 3 parts like simple syrup, and it makes like a limoncello. So I'm excited to try that stuff out. Maybe for Christmas.
That is.
Maybe for
That
Christmas.
sounds great, man. I'm excited to hear about it.
Yes.
So I actually made lemon wine one year during COVID. I made 8 gallons of wine from my fruit trees, and all different types. And I had a lemon and raisin, and then a lemon and banana. And the lemon and raisin was really good. It was
Hmm.
surprisingly good. But the coolest citrus I've got growing right now that I haven't gotten fruit on, but really excited about is a variegated Mineola Tangelo. You should look that one up
Ooh.
because it's
I
the
am.
cool. It is the coolest looking variegated citrus. I have 3 variegated citrus. I've got the
Mhm.
Centennial variegated kumquat, the Eureka variegated lemon, which is like a pink lemon inside.
Right.
But
Oh,
this
that's
is a
nice.
new one that I haven't
I
gotten fruit yet, and it is
I I,
really cool.
I have the Eureka, the pink lemonade. I have that one.
Oh, that
That's what I
looks
lost
really
this year.
nice. Yeah.
It's
Oh, that's
striped,
Oh,
neat.
wow,
really
that is
heavily
really
striped.
pretty. Yeah.
So I can't wait to get fruit off it. It's coming along.
I'll be on the lookout for this, Josh.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
probably it right there. That's the size plant I
Mhm.
got.
Sandra, he actually has a grafted citrus tree that has how many different varieties of fruit on one plant?
It has 11 different varieties I've grafted onto
Oh,
one
wow, that's
citrus tree.
amazing.
It's my Frankenstein tree.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I
Well,
really want to learn how to graft fruit tree. Maybe one day.
Josh is good.
I just feel like it's really cool. Grafted the fruit tree, and I watched a lot of video, and I just haven't had a chance to do it, but I will one day want to learn how to graft the fruit. Yeah.
it's just
Timing is
trying to find a
everything.
time. Yeah.
Timing is you got to do it in late winter, early spring, and
Late
that's
winter and
yep,
spring, noted.
that's the
Yeah.
key. And in your environment, anytime it's like 70s to 80s for citrus is
Mm.
a good time to graft. There's like a preferred
Okay.
temperature range, not too hot and not too
Hmm.
cold.
The Goldilocks zone.
Yeah,
Oh
I think
man.
I think I think that the 70s weather is usually in spring and fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe spring will be better when it's putting out new growth.
Well, I will
Yeah.
say this for figs, I found out the hard way that I got such good results from doing air layering, which you can do with citrus, right? And a lot of other fruit trees, but I did it with my figs that I tried to do it again and I waited too long and it got too many cold temps and my roots did not develop and I was really bummed.
Mm.
Oh,
So
really?
I didn't lose the cutting per se, but or the parts, but they just became cuttings that I have to propagate now. So there is definitely a Goldilocks zone. That's more than
Oh, yeah.
just being above freezing.
And
And
the more
my
you
my fig tree, I'm sorry, my
no,
fig tree was like at the end of summer, after it's produced fruit, the leaves start to fall off.
Yeah,
But
it'll do
then
that
about
too.
about a month ago, the new leaf, new growth, new shoots start growing again, and now I just found out that there's some more fruits.
oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
is that it can fruit like 2 times a year for
For
it
figs?
you, it's
can it
gonna
can
be a
have a second
cycle.
round. It can be
Mm.
cyclical like that. I mean, shorter growing seasons, you'll see them fade off in October when things get colder.
Mm.
Because they just come from a seasonal place where the winter just doesn't get that cold, but it's a fully seasonal
Mhm.
area, right? And then, but I've seen them like go through cycles like that. Like sometimes fig rust can play a role in that too. But yeah, no,
Mhm.
they'll go through cycles where they exert a lot of energy to produce the fruit. They kind of get prepped for winter, but they're like, oh wait, I have a whole nother round. Especially in California, you can have at
Mhm.
least another round of fruit before January.
I mean, if you never get a freeze, Sandra, I mean, I'm in 9B, and so I've had years where I've gotten 3 rounds of fruit. So I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
you could almost get to a point where you could get it almost like once a quarter, probably over there in 10B. I mean,
Yeah.
depending on the variety,
Yeah.
it's
In my zone, we don't have frost date at all. Yeah.
that's
And
so
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm like really close to the beach. So it's like zone 10B coastal area. Yeah.
I'm so jealous. I guess I'm already getting. It's gonna be like 39 on Monday and Tuesday, so like I'm already getting ready to put some stuff away because I've got so much tropical stuff like the
Mhm.
carambola, the jaboticaba. Like I got to put those away because I don't want those to get frostbit. I've already my
Mhm.
bananas. It was down in the low 40s, and my bananas did not like it. I've got some small moose, mighty musa, little tiny ones, and they did not like that cold snap
Mm.
at all. So, but guys, we're at an hour and a half. Real quick, Phil, let everybody know where they can find you, dude.
You can find me on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. I am putting a lot of good content for this fall for garden prep because we're getting our first frost next week, and I'm kind of freaking out. But yeah, I got some really cool stuff coming up on how I'm protecting figs. I don't need to protect all of them, but some of them in containers. And then fig cuttings will be, I guess it's November, so that means next month, guys. I'm gonna have my big fig cutting sale if you guys want to propagate. So I'll have my 80 varieties listed up there that you could pick your favorites.
And that's philsfigs.com. philsfigs.com. Absolutely. Thank you, dude, for being here. I know you had some technical issues, but
Oh my gosh, you guys are so patient with me.
It's always something, man. I'm with you there. I get the same thing. So you're good, man. Thank you as always, Mr. Josh, man. What you got going on? What you got coming up?
Just rounded out our community garden day this past weekend. That was fun. I actually sold some plants. I have too many. I needed to downsize, which is sort of a problem I'm sure you all have. I've got I'm getting ready for the cold snap. So I'm prepping the garage to roll the citrus tree carts in. It's going to be a great migration fest. And I upgraded from fluorescents to LED lights this year. So I'm really excited about that. Finally, I've had those fluorescents for like 7 years, and so it was time. But yeah, so I'm just getting ready for the cold. So it means a lot of wood splitting. It means a lot of, prepping for just keeping everything warm.
I was gonna tell you real quick. I just did a video today on. I was at a place and they had IBC totes that were cut, and they were using a forklift to move the citrus around in the IBC totes. So you could probably put like 2 citrus in an IBC tote and move stuff around with like your tractor or a forklift or a pallet jack or whatever. Just be able to move them in and out of like your garage. So like that was a cool idea. I thought it was pretty sweet.
And that's like the metal framed ones, right? Like
well, the bottom is plastic. It just has the metal exoskeleton.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So it
Cool.
still has the plastic tote that they cut, but like it's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I thought it was a
idea.
really cool idea. Thank you as always, Josh. Thank you for the trivia and everything, dude. Miss Sandra, let everybody know where they can find you, and then I put the link for your book. You can pre-order her book.
Thank you.
In the comment section. So go check that out. Where can they find you? What you got coming up?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, SandraUrbanGarden. And my book publication date will be December 2nd. It's really close, and I'm so excited. And you can find the link. Destin will post the link, or you can find the link on my page as well. And right now, my garden, I'm excited for fall crop, and I still like getting things growing, refreshing the soil, starting new season. Growing all the fall crop, tip and trick on how to start the fall garden.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Now is a really good time to get your stuff prepped for next spring. If you're not growing anything this fall, that's fine, but you can move your beds around, get stuff topped off. Don't stop watering your beds. That's one thing I will tell people, like, don't just let your beds sit there and dry out, because it definitely I still water my empty beds all the time.
Yeah, same here. Because when you leave it not water, it's become bone dry, and then it will be really hard to wet them. When you water, everything just like float, and the water just like drained out. Yeah.
So it doesn't actually get into the bed at all anymore.
And so, but awesome, guys. Well, thank y'all so much. I'll be at Plants for All Seasons and off Louetta on Saturday. And then next weekend I'll be in San Antonio at Paul's Deserts. We're going to be doing a cactus sale. So I'll have a bunch of desert roses that I grew. I need people to come out to this and buy a bunch of desert roses, because I cannot keep them all winter. I literally bought an entire greenhouse, an additional greenhouse to store stuff over winter. And I'm finding that I should have bought 2 of them, because I'm having issues right now. So please, for the love of God, come to San Antonio and buy some desert roses for me. They will be priced to sell. So
I'll take one.
Yeah. But see y'all next weekend. See y'all this weekend. And thank y'all so much. Make sure you follow Josh's Gardens and Uncle Josh Gardens on YouTube, right? Or Facebook. Uncle Josh Gardens on Facebook. Phil's Figs everywhere besides TikTok, and then Sandra Urban Garden. If it's the platform, she's on there. So you can find her everywhere. And thank y'all so much. Hold on, Sandra. Don't hop off just yet. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream real quick.
This is the garden party, and we want a garden party with you. We talk about the plants we grow and some things you might not know. The garden party.